Okay, so good morning. Happy Passover. So today we are beginning, or we have begun yesterday, our 7-week journey to Mount Sinai. As many of you know, beginning the second night of Passover, we start counting the Omer, and we do that for 49 days. And this takes us to the holiday of Shavuot, when we celebrate receiving the Torah. As I understand the most basic Kabbalistic view of this period, we are working daily to purify ourselves so that we're able to fully receive the Torah. There's a practice of assigning a particular trait to each week. These character traits or soul traits or midot are associated with the Sefrot, which are from the Kabbalistic tree of life. So each week has a different focus. Week 1 is Chesed, loving kindness or loving connection. Week 2 is Gevura, which is discipline or judgment or restraint. Week 3 is Tiferet, which we translate as beauty and harmony and compassion. Week 4 is Netzach, which is endurance or fortitude or ambition. And week 5 is Hod, which is humility. Week 6, Yesod, which is bonding or foundation. And week 7 is Malchut, which is sovereignty and leadership. And within each week, each day has its own view. So over the course of a week, we get to turn the particular trait over and over and over 7 times and look at ourselves from different angles within that particular trait. So for example, day 1 of week 1 is the Chesed within Chesed. And day 2, which is today, started last night, is the Gevura in Chesed. Day 3 tomorrow will be Tiferet in Chesed, and so on. So it's the same traits within the focal point trait, if you will. So the overarching issue this week is Chesed, loving kindness. Therefore, Olam Chesed Yibaneh was playing when some of you came in to our Zoom room. And that translates to the world is built through Chesed. So according to mystical tradition, God created the world simply to bestow kindness and love on all of creation. Chesed is the divine energy flowing through and connecting all of creation, according to Rabbi Lizuto from ages ago. Today is day 2 of the Omer. So we might want to look at the notion of Gevura in Chesed. So I think that there's a midrash, and there's a story that I heard, I think it's a midrash, somebody will correct me if I'm wrong about this, that the angels argued with God because God only wanted Chesed, and the angels were saying that that wouldn't be good for humans, that the humans also needed Gevura, discipline. Some discipline or judgment or restraint within loving kindness is essential. Chesed seems so open, totally open-hearted. And is that really possible? And is it wise? I think we need the tension with Gevura, with some discipline and some restraint. The question always pops up, just how much openness and how much and where are the appropriate boundaries? We need to be able to sit with that complexity and discern for ourselves how much to give, how and when to hold back, and why. Sometimes love is best expressed by keeping one's mouth shut, and sometimes a lovingly delivered criticism is really a truer expression of Chesed. So as we sit today, I'm inviting you to roll your shoulders up and back, really opening that heart space. And when you place your hands on your lap, I'm encouraging you to keep your palms facing up in a position of receptivity. As you sit with your feet flat on the floor, noticing all the places of contact with the floor, the chair, or the cushion, take some nice, deep, slow breaths and settle in. Allow your eyes to gently close and relax your eyelids. As we might want to be in calm balance with Chesed and Gevura, we also need to be receptive. So I'm going to pose some questions that I invite you to let float into and out of your awareness. Don't latch on to them. Just let them float around. And then we will sit in silence. Am I able to be kind to myself? Am I able to accept kindness from others? Am I prone to overgiving? Am I able to restrain from overgiving? Do I have healthy boundaries in my relationships? And we'll sit for about 12 minutes. As you slowly and gently come back to the room, I am going to read a poem by Sheila Pels Weinberg. What is a great love? A love that reaches deep inside our hearts and minds and never departs. An expanding, continually surpassing compassion that flows toward and within us. Those who come before us were blessed to learn how it truly is. So may we have the merit to be open to this learning. May we know that we are held in an embrace of infinite kindness. May we become still, still enough to hear, still enough to get clear, still enough to know the suffering and its release. May we embody this wisdom. May it shine from our eyes as the love that it is. May our minds and hearts be unified to behold with love and wonder that which is ever becoming. No more victims, no more powerlessness, no more blaming or shaming each other and ourselves. For our faith in this sacred this, makes us joyous, continually gathering peacefully from the dispersed and distracted into the right here, our home. We engage in an ever faithful and mysterious process of drawing closer to your nature, what is sacred love. So I will turn off the recording now.